Hey everybody, it's Mike Young. Welcome to the introduction for my new V-book, Live to 150. And if you've already watched it or if you haven't, we have a preface. Feel free to watch that. After this will be chapter by chapter version of the book. And in this introduction, we're going to kind of explain what folks usually explain or describe in introductions to books. Let's talk about basically the layout of the book. Like, how did I dream this up? Why am I doing this? What is a V-book? I don't even know if anybody has even coined the term V-book, but that's what I've done here because I was thinking I didn't want to take the time or sit down or just go into isolation, it seems like, to write a traditional book, because everybody's got a book and it seems like everybody writes a book and they launch their book, and it's fine, but it's such a traditional method, right? I mean, we're in the year 2021 right now. I think that any kind of written books are old school. I do see the value in reading and comprehending and learning, and you can still get that across here. You're not going to see any written words. And actually, if you want to see written words, you can just put on the auto captioning that YouTube does. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to release this exclusively on YouTube so that you should have access to the auto captioning if you cannot hear or if you just want to read what I'm saying. And hopefully they do a good job. I don't really know. But I will be posting these on the Live to 150 Facebook page as YouTube videos, though. They're not going to be, I don't think, the original videos. They will be the YouTube videos, although I haven't made my mind on that. Maybe I will, just so I have a backup, because if something happens to YouTube, then all the videos are gone, right? We don't want that to happen. So maybe that's a good idea if I do that. So you can comment, depending on where you're watching, comment, like, share, get this information out to anybody and everybody. So, you know, we've heard of ebooks before, right? This is kind of where I got the term V-book, because ebooks are electronic versions of your traditional thing with words. Like, I'm looking at my notes here, or my own notes for this V-book. That's like an ebook, right? But the V-book is you get all of me, you get all of the reactions and expressions, and just, I'm also kind of live streaming, right? It's stream of consciousness, the way these videos are being made. I'm not doing them in 2 and 3 takes. I'm just doing them once. Hopefully I will get everything I have, all my points across, and I will cover everything. And if not, I'll make another chapter down the line. That's how it's going to be organized too. Okay, as I mentioned, we had the was it the preface? Yes, the preface. We have this introduction that we've got right now, and then we have chapters. So the book is going to be made up entirely of chapters. Will we ever have like a little summary at the end? I don't know, because I don't know if this book's ever going to end. But each idea, each concept that will help you to live to 150 years young is going to be its own separate chapter. And even if I think of more ideas later on, I'm not going to erase the previous chapter. I'm not going to edit it like you would do in a traditional regular book or an ebook, but it's going to be out there. Maybe I'll put a part 2, or I'll title it in a similar way. But either way, the easy way to find what you've watched or not watched, if this sounds confusing, well, I don't know what I watched, I don't know what I didn't watch. Well, go to YouTube, first of all, and watch it, and make sure you're logged into your YouTube account. And when you do, YouTube puts in your history each video that you watch kind of is like in order, in chronological order. So you'll know what you've watched. If you're not sure, you can go back and check. And of course, if you want to quickly just find, like, where are all these videos? Where are all these chapters? Well, just go to live2150.org. And when you do, you'll be redirected to YouTube, and you will see all the different chapters that are available. Now, right now, this is the beginning of the book. So depending upon when you're watching this, if you're watching this in early July 2021, you may not find anything else, but rest assured, there will be lots and lots of chapters going forward. And I'm taking this time to describe all this, so if you forget how the book's organized and how you can use it, how to best use it, you can come back to this. So basically I talked about to live to 150.org, and not sure for what you watched. Now, let me also describe about me. Like, basically all this book, and I did mention this in the preface, is about my own personal experience. It's not medical advice, but it's my own personal experience. And I feel like I'm like the canary in the coal mine. I've said to people before that I'm not sure if it's a blessing or a curse, but I can tell you when something was done that is less than optimal, because it hits me right away, whether it's food that I ate or something else I did wrong. And I feel that pain immediately. And I just try to, like all humans, avoid pain. So I don't want to do that. And of course, it just so happens over the years, I've realized now that I'm 51, that these types of things that happen to me are actually self-protecting. They are your body telling you that something isn't quite right. So when these little painful things happen, you gotta be aware that they're happening. You gotta watch for them, listen for them, and then when you do realize what's going on, you need to make changes. You need to figure out. And that's what this book is. That's the kind of a tool and resource that this book is going to be for you. And again, I highly recommend that you share these videos with folks that you know. It's only going to help. The whole reason for writing this is to help people, help as many people as possible. And this is the best way that I know how to do that. So we figure, well, why not? Now, again, keeping in balance, that is, I'd say, the main focus of this entire book. So each chapter will be a new way that you can keep your body in balance. And the more your body is in balance, the longer and happier and healthier you're going to live. That's it. So again, we're not talking about medical advice. We're talking about my own personal experience with keeping my body in balance as a lifestyle nutritionist. And I do believe that eating and the food that you put in your mouth is the most important thing. I don't think that you can benefit yourself in the food department by doing something else, although everything else contributes and helps to you to remain in balance. And again, if you're feeling things, if you've got aches and pains, if you've been having problems for a long time, you can't figure out what's going on, all this stuff is probably related. And of course, I can't go into it all right here. This is just the introduction to the book. This is why we're going to have many, many, many chapters, and each one's going to be devoted to a different aspect. And don't think that, oh, well, I got it mostly right. Mike says it's the food. It's mostly the food, and I got that stuff down. I'm good. You're not good, okay? Because chances are you are totally out of balance in some other category that we're going to describe, some other chapter in the book. So you've got to keep reading. And if you've got input, by all means, please leave comments in the video, specifically on the YouTube channel. Leave me comments, ideas for chapters. You have questions, like is this a factor? Is that a factor? Something else? Let me know. Even down below here in this video, leave me some comments. And of course, I will answer all your questions over time. It's going to take time. I figured this is going to be a several-year project. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And I don't know how long it'll end up going on, because I won't stop until I figure that I've covered everything. Not just everything, but any kind of new ideas or new information that's been discovered about a certain topic, we're gonna have to go back and revisit it, right? So it's gonna be like an auto-updating, automatically evolving publication. That's what this is, this V-book thing. So again, I'm not sure if I coined this phrase or not, but that's what it is. And I can see others doing more just resource works, or even just books in general, this way. And again, if you haven't noticed, if I didn't mention it already, this is a stream of consciousness. We're not doing multiple takes. We're not getting it perfect. Life isn't perfect. And this is going to be an ongoing learning experience for all of us, for everyone involved in watching this, and for me and making it. And I'm sure that the goal, if you go back to the preface, is really to get you to be healthy and happy and live to 150 years young. So I will see you soon. Make sure to give us a thumbs up. It really helps us get the word out to others. Thanks so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you into the many, many, many chapters of this book ongoing into the future. Bye-bye.